It's time!
Hello, this is Caveman PRDR, and welcome to another one of my YouTube videos. Hello, my name is Caveman PRDR, and today I'm going to do a League of Legends VOD review video on this game. I went 11-2 and 16. This was just a solo queue game. I actually swapped up my runes before this game, and this was the first match of Hecarim that I played on a different set of runes. So the rune page I will go over. The thing that makes Hecarim so powerful with his kit and whatever is his movement speed. So it only makes sense to change the rune page over to something like Phase Rush. Hitting an enemy champion with 3 separate attacks or abilities grants a burst of movement speed. Hecarim's all about movement speed. Yes. Phase Rush, no-brainer. Nimbus Cloak. After casting a summoner spell, gain a short move speed increase that allows you to pass through probably enemy units. Can't really see it right here, but allows you to pass through units. Okay. Clarity. All movement bonuses are 7% more effective on you and gain 1% movement speed. Water Walking. Gain 25 movement speed and an adaptive bonus up to 18, 80, or 30 AP based on level when in the river. So, yeah, this entire tree. Very good for Hecarim jungle. Yes, we like these. Domination. Sudden impact. After exiting stealth or using a dash, leap, blink, or teleport, dealing any damage to a champion grants you 7 lethality and 6 magic pin for 5 seconds. So, leaping, dashing, things that Hecarim do. He gains a little bit of armor pin and a little bit of magic pin. I think he technically does have some AP in his kit, but we don't build off of the AP. Ravenous Hunter has Omnivamp, 1% plus 1.7% per bounty hunter stack. Bounty hunter stacks are earned the first time you get a takedown on each enemy champion. Omnivamp is only 33% effective when dealing an AoE or damage through pets. Stuff like Elise's spiders, things like that. So for these smaller parts, we go attack speed, adaptive force, and armor. Armor to give you some resistance for the clear through the jungle, and attack speed to help you go through that clear a little bit faster. And we'll talk a little bit about the comp that was going on. So when we were going through the phases, when we were going through pick and ban phase, my team, I saw 2 people. 2 people immediately stood out to me. The people that wanted to play these champions. The Mermaid Girl highlighted Kai'Sa, as you see her here. And Gypsy Danger highlighted Yuumi. So that let me think immediately, oh hey, Kai'Sa's kind of an all-in champ whenever she dives in with her ult. So we need someone that has an engage. And if we can have a particularly tanky person, tanky-bruiser that can engage, that will synergize very well with the Yuumi. The answer to that was obviously Hecarim. I didn't even have to look at the top lane. All I knew was that I was going to synergize with the bot lane picks very well. Now, the top lane did hover Kayle. The Kayle thought it was just like, okay, if we can keep the game going into late game, like Kayle's gonna be fine no matter what. And then I believe Xerath was the last person to decide who they wanted to play as their champion. But anyway, I really liked our composition. So, as I've said before in recent videos, I usually like to push up to one of the pixel bushes and place a ward either right by the pixel bush. Come back, get the sweeper lens. I tell my team that I'm going to start blue. So I do a full clear. I straight up do a full clear. I go blue, Gromp, and then Wolves. Because Shaco is actually top, This gives me info that I can get the scuttle that's down here for free. That also lets me know, oh hey, I can get a free gank on bot and get away with it because, again, Shaco's topside. Getting topside scuttle, actually. So, I stick around for a little bit, try to do some basic attacking to where Kai'Sa can get some last hits on these. And then I just go back to jungle business as usual, getting the scuttle. And I try to burn the smites as fast as I can so I can get that smite upgrade off. Now, I actually messed up my engage on this, but it's fine because Xerath has really good range. So this worked out pretty well for our composition. So, first rotation, I go through. I'm responsible for 2 kills for our team. Now, I was supposed to get behind the Qiyana there and then push her back towards Xerath. But, like I said, it's Xerath. He can hit you from anywhere on the map. It doesn't matter. Then I messed that up. But, anyway. We're going back into our blue side clear now. At this point, Kael's already died twice to Nasus. So I know I want to prioritize helping out up there a little bit at some point. So I come up here to take out his vision. He obviously knows I'm there. I leave and come back to finish my blue side clear because I know my blue side clear is respawning at 71. So get my blue, get Gromp, and then I go back up and do the gank on Nasus, if I'm not mistaken. So that way Nasus doesn't have the vision up there anymore. Yep, I literally do it right here. And he is so obviously weak. I try to leave the last hit for the Kael, so that way she can get a little bit back even with the kills up top. And then I ganked again in mid lane because Qiyana was up at least at the halfway, at the 50-yard line, and I quote. So, again, get this Xerath, his 4th kill. Like, this is perfect. I don't have to worry about mid lane anymore. I don't have to gank mid lane anymore. All I have to do is play objective and really only worry about the other 2 lanes. Mid lane solid. And speaking of objectives, we get a kill on bot side, specifically Xerath does. So that gives us a number advantage. To take dragon, we get dragon. So I actually see where Kael wants me to help her again. And the Nasus is really low on health there. I actually really messed up that engage. I led it with the ER, which I needed the E for the movement speed. But what I should have done was just use the R first and then wait to use the E and then move him back toward Kael. So, honestly, that last gank was just only good for the fact of taking pressure off of Kael. It really served no other purpose. We back right here. We finish out Trinity Force and we get some cloth armor because we know Shaco has 4 kills. I don't want to be on the receiving end of that. Their whole team, except for Lux, has AD built. We get that cloth armor. And you're going to see here in the next few minutes how weak I get. So, funny thing that happens here. Like, you obviously see my health bar just gets, like, so low. I completely forgot I still had Herald. I meant to use my sweeper lens there. So, I accidentally used the Herald there, which it was still fine because the Herald got its charge off and still did damage. Now, I probably could be mid fighting, but I wanted to get my health back. Or I wanted to get red buff and get back to farming. Now, my teammates pinged me that Shaco is near the pixel bush. And I know this just finished fighting, so I can go in there and do some damage. And probably kill because I had my ult up and you saw him dying. So, at this point, I am zooming around the map. Now, I'm not tanky yet. I am breezy lord. And because they stick around in mid for so long, my job as Hecarim, obviously, is to dive out. It's to find angles and just dive at someone and make it to where my teammates can kill them easy. So as soon as the fighting's over, you see me going back toward my jungle. Now, I do kind of want to act like I'm running away so I can bait in for the Kale to come in time to help. Really for my team to come help, right? So I was running back away from my blue buff. It bought my team just enough time to come in and help, and lo and behold, we get 2 picks. We get 3 picks, actually. Because Kiana sat in a bush for an easy kill. Sat in, like, pixel for an easy kill. While 2 of her teammates were already done. So, yeah, I just get right here and I wait for Kale. Get an easy kill right here on Ezreal. Ezreal has no info that we were sitting in Fog of War. I stick around to help Kai'Sa push this because I know she needs to get gold. The real thing I lacked on was protecting bot lane this round. I did a pretty good job of messing around with top and mid, but bot lane struggled a good little bit before teamfight phase. My bot lane specifically. But it wasn't the worst thing. You will actually see my first death here. I was doing this. I was basically sacrificial lamb here, where I was trying to make sure Kale didn't die. Now, obviously, that was my first death. Shouldn't have done that because that's 300 shutdown gold. But it is what it is. Now, we're actually down a person trying to start this. It doesn't matter because we got quite a good bit of damage to deal for this. Now, like Nasus hadn't learned before, getting caught, Nasus still hasn't learned his lesson, getting pushed up too far in top lane is going to result in me chasing you down and getting you killed. Now, I may not kill you, but I will chase him down, and he will die either way. Nasus hasn't learned his lesson, because the best way to continue that lead that I have over the Shaco is to take some of those camps. Now, obviously, you can look at the stats here, and I'm obviously behind in farming, but I have 9 assists. I'm also so strong that I can dive turret with Yumi. So, while Nasus and Shaco were pushing bot lane, we just destroy mid. And I run away with Yumi before it's too late. Meanwhile, Kale does a reverse push back to bot lane, and Kale does late game Kale things, which is split push and get farm, and is just stronger. So I know I'm sitting on a good bit of gold, and I want it back. I complete the so I rush the Trinity Force. I get the steel plate boots, and then I need something that complements the movement speed, right? And their whole team has armor, or their whole team builds AD, except for Lux, right? So I rush the Deadman. So I get the Deadman's plate second, because that's the smart thing to do. And I start building some more armor with a little bit more AD. While we had a numbers advantage up, we had 2 of our damage dealers actually go and sneak the dragon while Nasus was split pushing. So I back with Yumi, and we get the kill on Nasus. Now I know Xerath is getting chased right here, and I kind of want to help him out. So I try to rush over to him. This build with Phase Rush is just so ridiculously stupid fast. So while we have 2 people pressuring mid, I'm with Yumi in the bot. So we get really far pushes into mid. We have an inhib down in mid, or they have an inhib down in mid. They have an exposed inhib in bot. So we decide to sneak Baron, and because we have so many damage dealers, we do it easy. And because they're kind of individually out of their enemy team is kind of individually split there in terms of how close they are to us as soon as we're getting done killing the Baron. So we use the power spike off of the Baron to literally bully them. While I have the ult up, E to speed me up, R to run into the middle of their team. It's simple, decisive, very decisive gameplay. Like we've dominated objectives. We've gotten the 4 dragons. We've gotten the Baron. Like the game went on for a pretty long time, but our execution was like pretty nice. I try to speed up here to help out the Xerath, because I know Xerath is alone up there by himself. Kayla just died, so with the Yuumi, plus using Ghost, plus using the E, and the passives from Phase Rush, I know I can get up there and help Xerath in time. It's actually nutty how quick I got up there. Like I was literally just south of mid lane. And I ran all the way up to the other side of their red buff to help out Xerath. Literally just sprint up there to get a double kill. Done. I love it. Now I do tower dive right here. Get super duper greedy, but it's fine. Kale actually burns her ult to save me here, which I don't really know if I was with it, but it doesn't matter. We're too strong. And that is the 11-2 win, I think 16 performance. Hello, this is Caveman PRDR. Thank you for joining me on another one of my YouTube videos today. If you enjoyed the content, please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment down below any questions or comments that you have about the content. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.